Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to our QuickBook accounting software training. In this section, we're going to be looking at how to create a vendor list. So imagine you're being presented with a list of vendors for you to get them created in the accounting application. Now the question is, how will you go about it? One thing I keep on telling my student is always carry out a walkthrough on your accounting application so that you can understand the functions of each of the modules. Now, when it comes to vendor creation, literally speaking, you can create a vendor from the module called vendors or suppliers. So most accounting application may have it as payable. So when you go to the payable module, like in Oracle, then you can see the tags and other options on how you can create a vendor. But for QuickBook, you can see we can create a vendor from the vendors menu. So when I click on the vendors menu here, then it will not direct me to the sec. It will not show other list of activity that can be performed under the vendor. You can see vendor center, bill tracker, enter bills, upload and preview bills, pay bills, sync online bills, payments, receipts management, and many others. So since our focus here is on how to create a vendor, then I will click on vendor center. The system will direct me to a window where I can create the vendor. Good. So there are two options here on how you can create a vendor. It is neither you create a vendor individually or you create a group of vendors. So imagine you have about 10 vendors and you don't want to start creating it one after the other. So you can create the group of vendor as at a go using the add multiple option. So I strongly believe that other accounting application will also give you same opportunity to create a vendor in multiple. So now we're going to be using this case study to create our vendor list based on what we have here for HK Limited. Now, the case study says HK Limited is a newly incorporated entity, got registered in the year 2024, but commenced business operation in the month of January 2025. As the head of accounts, the procurement officer approached you to kindly put him through on how to create the newly approved vendors for the company by the management. Considering the fact that he has not made use of QuickBooks accounting software before, below are the list of vendors. So we have been presented with about three uh, vendors to put the procurement officer through on how he or she can create the vendor. Now, what I will do is, since I understand that when it comes to vendor creation, I can only get it from the vendor model, which I have clicked. Now, since we have it in multiple, now I just have to select add multiple vendors here. So this is how the dashboard for us to add or edit multiple list of vendors is. Now this is the template, the vendor name, company name, Mr. and Mrs. initials, then we have the first name and other things. So now I can adjust or customize this column to suit my own interests because there are some columns here that are not relevant to me. You can see multiple addresses, address 1, address 2, address 3. So I need to remove most of these fields. Now to do that, what I will do is I'll click on customize columns. Now these are the available columns and these are the ones that are currently active. So I will select this MI because I want to remove it. I'll click on remove. I will select office address. So I'll leave it at this. Good. As simple as that. Now I need to ensure that my own template, what we have in this case study, the positioning is in line with what we have in QuickBook. So I'll just copy this data from here and take it to Excel. So based on the one we have It started with the vendor name. So I will move this business name. We cut it from here. Control X, then paste it here. Insert. Good. Now we have the contact person name, business name, the phone number, email address, and address. So let me check the QuickBook and see if it aligns based on the positioning. So in QuickBook, we have the vendor name, company name, Mr. and Mrs. Then we have the main phone number, email address, and address. Main phone number, email address, and office address. Then the next thing I need to add is Mr. or Mrs. Let me just remove that from my QuickBook template. Let me remove the Mr. or Mrs. Organization. I'll remove this. Okay. So I'll be left with just the vendor name, customer name, main phone number, email address, and the address, right? So the positioning in terms of the fields is in alignment with what I have here. And the next course of action is for me to just copy and paste. Go to QuickBook, place my cursor in the first field, then paste. As simple as that, we have automatically created our vendors for HK Limited. Then the next course of action I will do is for me to click on Save Changes. As simple as that. Three vendors record have been saved. Okay. So before we are going to wrap up this section, there are four key things that we need to take note when it comes to vendor creation. As you can see, based on the vendors we have created, the available information that we have provided so far is just the vendor name, company name, main phone number, email address, and address. There are additional fields that need to be created or additional information that we need to provide for each of these vendors, and one of it is the vendor type. So you need to be able to tell us if that particular vendor is a service provider, government agency, or just a supplier. You understand? So you need to be able to specify the type of vendor for each of these list of vendors that has been created. Then the next thing is the credit term. We also need to provide information about the credit term. So for the supplier, there there might be a credit term between your company and their own company. So if there is an agreed term of 30 days, that simply means whenever the supplier made a supply to your company, you're expected to pay within 30 days upon receipt of the item. So we need to provide a column for such information. Then the third is the credit limit. We need to have in a glance information about the credit limit, and also we need information about the tax ID of each of the vendors and their respective account number. So what I will do is under customize column, I need to add those areas. So I'll start with the first, which is vendor type. I will select vendor type and click on add. Then the next is the credit limit. I need to scroll down and add the credit limit. Good. Now click on add. Then the next is payment term. I'll select payment term here. I'll click on add. Then tax ID. Click on add. Then the last is account number. I'll click on add. So these informations are very, very important. Good. So we have these additional fields. Now let me start with the first. So we assume that all these vendors here are suppliers. So under the vendor type, I'll just type in supplier. As simple as that. Now what is the credit term? What is the credit limit? Sorry. Let's assume that based on the arrangement that HK Limited have with each of these vendors, the credit limit is 10 million naira. The credit term starts with the first 30 days. Use 30 days, then select 30 days. although there is option for you to add new. So based on the agreed period the agreement has between your company and with the vendor. Some company may have it as 35, some may have it as 25 days. So it depends on the agreement or the arrangement between your company and that of the supplier. So just set these as 30, then the other will be at 30 here. Then the tax ID, you need to provide as ID for each of these vendors. 9. Then the last on the list is the account number. uh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the account number, which is their bank account number. As simple as that. So that is all about that. See you in the next section.